Hi, hey, I'm Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Kindred Spirits by Rowell. So Kindred Spirits is a short story that Rowell wrote for World Book Day. Finding a physical copy of this short story is practically impossible. I've scoured the internet for a while looking for it, and I just can't seem to find it. So I cut my losses and bought the Kindle version and read it on my phone in one sitting, and I absolutely adored this short story. I gave Kindred Spirits 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I'll link my little review in the description below. Since it was a short story, my Goodreads review is pretty short, and this video review is going to be pretty short as well. I am a huge Rowell fan. I've always really enjoyed her work, so when I heard that she wrote this short story and the fact that it is Star Wars related, I couldn't not pick it up. Kindred Spirits follows our main character Alina, who is a massive Star Wars fan. The short story takes place over the span of 3 days of her waiting in line to see The Force Awakens. I am wearing my Kylo Ren shirt for the occasion. Alina expects this to be a really big deal, and for it to be this massive line, and for it to be so many people, and to really bond over Star Wars. But when she gets there, she realizes that she is the third person in line and has to spend the next few days camping out with these two guys. Gabe, who is kind of around her age but is a bit standoffish, and Troy, who is a massive Star Wars nerd but is a bit older of a man. And it's about the unlikely friendship that these three encounter and the love of fandom, and it was so fun to read. I devoured this short story. Like, if you have like an hour out of your day, I highly recommend you pick this up, especially if you're a fan of Rowell's writing, and if you're a Star Wars fan. I think anyone who has ever been connected to a certain fandom can feel a connection to this short story, especially females in the fandom community. You can definitely feel a connection there as well. Alina does come off a bit as more of a popular girl and not someone that you would expect to like Star Wars. Due to the recent divorce of her parents, she kind of connects Star Wars with her father, and she finds a way to still feel like she has that connection with him even though she doesn't see him anymore, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. I think that the way that Rowell has continually captured fandoms and how people just genuinely enjoy things and of nerd culture is always fantastic. I don't know how to explain this feeling that I had while reading it. It kind of made me feel how I have felt about Star Wars my entire life, and how my brother and I were when we went and saw The Force Awakens. And I connect Star Wars very personally to my grandfather who showed us the movies, and when he passed away, Star Wars was one of those things that I kind of held on to. And I remember seeing The Phantom Menace like 12 times in the theater and loving it as a kid, and then watching it now as a 21-year-old realizing like, damn, that movie's awful. And I felt so connected with Gabe and Troy and Alina, and it was like I was in line with them, and it was so atmospheric almost, and I think that it was really beautiful, and I think that it just had a beautiful way of encompassing fandom and how these fandoms can be more to us than just movies or just books or just anything. And I absolutely adored every second that I got with these characters. There's not much I can really say without spoiling the story. It is very short. If you're a fan of Rowell, if you're a fan of Star Wars, if you're a fan of reading about fandoms, I highly recommend Kindred Spirits. It's a short little story, you'll fly through it, and you'll get a kick out of it. So I will talk to you non-spoiler people in my next video. Okay, bye! We're gonna talk specifics or what. Though this story was short, it like packed a punch for me. I still think it captured Rowell's personality and her amazing characterization just wonderfully. No matter how short Rowell makes a story, she still finds a way to give you characters that you care about. There are literally 3 characters that 4 if you count Alina's mom, but really just Alina, Gabe, and Troy, honestly. And I love that. I felt connected to these characters even in the short span of time. I would read an entire novel of this. I want to know if Alina and Gabe like get together after this, if they just become good friends, like what? I love this so much. I love the little moments where people come to the line and they're like, oh man, we're here for the Star Wars line. They're like, we are the Star Wars line. And everyone's, oh, we'll see you later. There's fucking nobody here. I love when the news reporter comes and Alina has Yoda painted on her cheeks and he's like, is that Shrek? And Gabe goes, it's Yoda, for Christ's sake. I loved all the little Star Wars references we got throughout the short story. I love the little moments that we have. I love the moments where Alina stands up to Gabe, because Gabe really like hounds it into her like, oh, Gabe was a character that I was a little infuriated with throughout the story, right until the end, honestly. I think that he came at Alina really strongly and very harshly, and he just took out of context how she was at school without even knowing her and assumed like, oh, she can't like Star Wars. Oh man, a cute girl is here. He's like, oh, I don't think you're a fake geek girl or anything like that. Like, fuck you, Gabe. But I do like the way that they open up to each other and the way that she realizes that he was someone that she never really noticed, and she realizes that personal flaw within herself. I think near the end, Gabe slowly starts to realize the personal flaws within himself and realizes like, oh, people aren't always what they appear to be on the outside. Troy is a flawless man. I love Troy so much. I think Troy may have been my favorite character of the short story. I think that he was just absolutely fantastic. I love the way that he just loves Star Wars. I love the little interactions we get between Troy and Alina and everybody together all talking about the movies, and when they realize Alina hadn't seen the prequels yet, I love that. I love the moments where it's just Gabe and Alina when she has to go pee behind the dumpster in the cup. I thought that was really funny. I love the little homages to social media and how social media can play a part in things like this. I love that they waited all that time just to fall asleep during the movie. I think that was exceptional. Couldn't help but to like laugh at their misfortune. I love how it ended. It ended on like a cliffhanger, so it's like, come on, Rainbow, make it a novella. Honestly, if she just turned this short story into a novella about Alina and Gabe just geeking out about Star Wars, I would do anything to have that novella in my greedy little hands. And maybe I do have greedy little hands. What of it? I absolutely loved Kindred Spirits. Just, oh my god, it was so good. I'm gonna end it here because I can literally gush for 45 minutes. There you have it. That is my review for Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell. Like I said, nice, short, sweet, to the point little guy. If you like this, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave comments on if you like Kindred Spirits or if you like Rainbow Rowell or what fandoms you feel this passionately about. And subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content. Regularly, I upload Monday and Wednesday. You're getting me today on Friday. Sorry about it. If you want to see my mug in any other places besides BookTube, my social media links will be in the description. Like I said, my name is Morgan. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and happy reading. Okay, bye! I just yelled that and my neighbors are pissed off.